You doing this? No. I promise. I'm not in training. I don't gotta keep doing all that.
He's pacing at his own pace anyway. It ain't a fast pace.
Boxing, he's definitely talented, you know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur's a different fighter.
Terence Crawford visits Shakur Stevenson and offers keen guidance demonstrating clever positioning, patient protection, and accurate responses to outsmart Teofimo Lopez and dominate each round with assured composure.
Good. Stay in your rhythm, champ. Stay in your rhythm. Your rhythm, your time, your fight. Let's go.
He's trying hard. Good drive. Good effort.
Shakur Stevenson endures demanding training to refine his quickness, rhythm, and protection for the Teofimo Lopez fight, as Terence Crawford observes, closely analyzing every action and devising more intelligent tactics within the camp.
Yeah, that's the second time that happened to you. Yeah. And I ain't even touch your body.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Shakur's trainer states he is scared of no one, will face any opponent that takes all offers, and is prepared to battle every single contender without exception.
Everybody! Everybody! That go for everybody! I done put him at the pound for pound over everybody! Now you figure out whoever you think the best, he the best. So
Terence stays within Shakur's camp, providing fraternal counsel, exchanging wisdom, directing tactics, and inspiring him with steady, self-assured guidance.
You gotta always be able to learn and pick up things from this person, that person.
He's a work of art. The sky is the limit with Shakur. He got the boxing skills and the ability to, do whatever he wants in the ring. And it's gonna be very hard to beat Shakur, with the skills that he possesses.
Terence Crawford praises Shakur Stevenson, highlighting his exceptional ability and acute fight IQ. He observes that many call Shakur dull, but few genuinely value his gift planning and control in each bout.
Winning that.
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like taking?
Sean Porter sees the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight as one Stevenson can manage, calling it Shakur's contest to lose. He states if Shakur boxes at his best, he can command the speed and result. While noting boxing's natural uncertainty, Porter stresses Shakur's talent and readiness give him a definite edge. He is hopeful the bout could be very exciting and important for boxing, maybe beginning the year with a powerful message. Porter adds his own thoughts on last year, feeling the sport had incomplete matters and missed finality on major occasions, which he wishes this fight will address. In all, he shows regard for both athletes, but underlines Shakur's duty to follow his strategy and recognizes the chance this major fight provides.
Like a black kind of thing, like it's like, like when you go to cookouts and all your family be sitting there playing spades, and like our type culture, I guess.
Tim Bradley clarifies that the shortest route is not the fastest or most useful in boxing. He notes when fighting a foe who holds the middle line and masterfully manages range, a direct blow may look quick yet is not always ideal. Bradley observes many boxers think the nearest path to the target is the best tool, but this is a frequent error. He stresses the hook as a wiser tactic, explaining how it momentarily shows and the rival sight vanishes, and then returns, letting it land quicker than a straight in some cases. Bradley specifies the left hook as a possibly destructive tool for Shakur Stevenson to monitor, stressing how hooks use gaps and surprise fighters, making rhythm and position equally vital as pace.
Could possibly be boring. I don't think it's going to be a boring fight. I think Teo knows he has to step up. I think this is his fight. I think it's Shakur's fight to lose, and what I mean by that is if Shakur doesn't operate, if Shakur is caught sleeping, something bad could happen. It's his fight to lose, but I think it's also Teo's fight to win. And what I mean by that is if Teo performs the way that he can perform, and I know that's like an empty message, but
we never know.
All that said, like, it could actually be a really great fight. I expect a great fight.
And I hope this fight, I'm gonna let you go last because I respect you. Every time I'm in an argument, we talked about what we talked about for the show. We was in disagreement. I said, well, I call Sean Zartel right now and eat your ass up. But I ain't want to. But I hope Teo and Shakur starts the year off big and actually builds the sport of boxing for have a great year. I felt like I was let down last year in sport of boxing. I don't know how y'all felt. I just felt like we had a lot of open.
Regis Prograis points out Shakur Stevenson's advantage in both mindset and boxing craft over Teofimo Lopez. He says while Lopez has great athleticism and raw power, he frequently has issues with concentration, steadiness, and keeping the correct attitude in tense situations. Prograis details that Stevenson's cool demeanor, tactical planning, and accuracy in the ring offer him a key benefit, especially in predicting an opponent's actions and changing his approach mid-bout. By his view, Lopez's pure skill by itself probably cannot equal Stevenson's controlled method, which merges fight smarts and physical ability smoothly. He also emphasizes that mental strength can frequently surpass physical gifts, making Stevenson a more dependable and ready boxer here. In conclusion, Prograis sees Stevenson as the man with a more distinct strategy, sharper focus, and greater reliability, noting why he feels the psychological and skillful scale tips towards Stevenson.
You got a guy that likes to stay on the center line, a guy that's a master at controlling range, okay? So many people fall into the understanding that because the straighter punch can get there, they believe faster, it's the shorter route to the target, that's the best and most effective weapon. No, it's not. It's not. So the one thing about hooks are in frame and then out of frame. In frame, check this out. Check this out. Back in frame. So that moment, that little small moment where it's in frame, out of frame, back in frame, it gets to the straight line a lot quicker than straight punches. The punch that I'm worried about for Shakur getting hit with the most from Teo, and he's devastating with this punch, is the left.
Malik Scott examines the possible contest between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, concentrating on how each man's assets could impact the fight. Scott observes Lopez's speed and physical gifts, stating these qualities allow him to be dynamic and erratic. Yet Scott stresses that pure pace and athletic talent are not enough versus a more technical and tactical foe like Stevenson. He describes how Stevenson's skill to study rivals, manage tempo, and use weaknesses might cancel Lopez's benefits. Scott also reflects how ring intellect, timing, and choices are key elements that may decide the result beyond pure physicality. By studying the pairing closely, he underlines Stevenson's benefit and proficient application, proposing Lopez would require extra beyond natural ability to beat Stevenson's calculated approach. Scott's analysis highlights the value of blending talent with planning for a winning display.
Probably gonna start stepping up, and Teo's gonna try to hit him, and it's not gonna work. And then Shakur might start. The thing about Shakur is a very good, a real good counterpuncher, really sharp, real sharp with the counterpunch. He sneaks those punches in, and that's the ones that hurt the most when he just sneaking them in where you're not supposed to hit them. So I definitely feel like, I feel like Shakur is gonna beat him. comfortably. Not knockout, but comfortable 12 rounds for sure.
Have you sparred Lopez before?
I never sparred Teo, no, never sparred Teo.
Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, that definitely makes sense. Who do you think is going to win that fight?
I got Shakur for sure. Shakur.
Do you think he wins this comfortably, or do you think it'll be a close fight?
I think he wins it comfortably, yeah. I think he wins it comfortably. I think, Shakur, I think the thing is about Teo is very good athletically, but he's weak-minded. You can see in some fights he struggles. Teo does struggle. Now he does come up for big fights. Lomachenko, he came up. Josh Taylor, he came up. But a lot of fights, man, he struggles in. He does struggle on a whole lot of fights and stuff. Like, I think he looked good. Yeah, he looked good against Barboza. But like I said, for the most part, Teo does struggle. And I think he struggles mentally with a lot of things. But I think with Shakur, I think Shakur's going to break him. I think maybe the first two or three rounds, it might be a close fight. It might be close. It might be 2-1.
Teddy Atlas intervenes to support both Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez against the critique they have received during their time in boxing. Atlas insists that outside opinion frequently misses the complete picture of each man's commitment, ability, and achievements. He clarifies that both athletes have faced times where they were misread or harshly assessed, and he underscores the necessity to acknowledge their craft, dedication, and effort. Atlas notes Stevenson's tactical mind and calmness plus Lopez's innate physical gifts and combat sense, proving each offers distinct assets to the game. He also mentions how outside judgment can ignore the intricacies of a boxer's training, psychological hurdles, and ring choices by giving background and viewpoint. Atlas urges supporters and analysts to value the details of each fighter's path instead of concentrating only on single showings or images.
Concern is Shakur going to use nothing but his legs? Is Teo going to do just enough because Shakur may offset him a bit and give him a look that he never seen before? I have Shakur winning. I think Teo, concerning explosiveness, he get it. Rapid speed, he get it. But I think when it comes to the craft and fundamentals, you have to go with Shakur. To me, he's a lot more seasoned. And plus, I just believe Teofimo, he makes mistakes to me you just can't make when you're fighting Shakur.
Like what?
You can't be over-committing. You can't approach his offense range with your lead hand down, especially since Shakur is a southpaw. Because that means if you're orthodox and you're approaching Shakur with your lead hand down, you're actually closer to his jab hand. And we all know Shakur got one of the best jabs, especially from a southpaw standpoint. But it's going to be a good fight. The card is incredible by itself. You know what I mean? We already know how the card is. We got Keyshawn on it, Jarrell Miller on it, Shushu Carrington. It's a great card. But I'm going with Shakur for the win.
Okay, with that being said, then what does Teo got to do to win?
He has to get Shakur up. How would I say this? I don't want to just make it seem like come across as if Shakur is novice, but the times that Shakur is putting himself against the ropes, this is the time that Teofimo is going to have to depend on his explosiveness. He's going to have to depend on his offset lead right hands. He's going to have, but even doing that, everything with Teo comes off his front foot, his explosiveness, his speed, everything. So it's almost like whenever the times he gets Shakur up against the rope, he got to.
Jermaine Ortiz shares a considered view on the Shakur Stevenson-Teofimo Lopez fight, stressing Stevenson's development as a boxer. Ortiz underlines that Shakur has grown from previous fights and will not repeat old errors. In prior bouts, Stevenson sometimes boxed forcefully without complete distance control, creating chances for foes to exploit. Ortiz describes that this match will display a more controlled method, with Shakur precisely handling space rhythm and placement to boost his impact and reduce danger.
He's avoiding this guy. He's avoiding that guy. You can't take those shots at these two guys. Definitely can't now. They are stepping up, and they are taking fights that a lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I can see you having a little reservations, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I'll tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete I mean, Shakur showed aggression in his last fight against Cepeda, you know, being elusive while being aggressive. You know, walking them down, fighting on the inside, you know, boxing well, still being able to counter, still being able to control space, but also be able to go into tight quarters and not be afraid to show that he's good on the inside too, that he can make you miss and make you pay outside and inside. Shakur showed that. That was great. That was great, and people applaud him. I applaud him. We were sitting there, ringside. I was sitting there actually with your sister, ringside, watching that fight. And it was a terrific performance. Shakur showing that dimension, showing that attitude, showing that competitiveness, showing that dog like people like to show or like to talk about.
He observes that Stevenson's skill to study his rival and adapt during the action has grown greatly, making him a more dangerous and clever boxer. Ortiz also states this tactical growth comes from Shakur's commitment to improving his art examining foes and using knowledge from both wins and defeats. By his view, this development lets Stevenson keep calm when stressed, land sharp replies, and dodge needless clashes, offering him a distinct edge over Lopez if he uses these ideas well.
Why?
And one, Shakur said it himself after that fight that he wasn't gonna fight like that again, and that's the main reason. He said he wasn't gonna do it, and
Teo's cracking like that.
To 140, which is really, huh?
Is Teo cracking?
No, I don't think. I think he had more of a threat with Cepeda as a puncher and Teofimo. But he's going up a weight class. That's not actually his weight class as well.
You think that'll play a factor?
No, that would play a factor in him not fighting.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lord and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.